On December 2nd, 2010, during the holiday of Hanukkah, a huge forest fire began raging on Mount Carmel.
Hello, good morning! Since nandito na rin kami sa Mount Carmel guys, ay bibisitahin na rin namin ang memorial ng mga Jewish victim ng fire forest dito sa Mount Carmel. Bisitahin naman natin ngayon ang National Park ng mga victims nung time na nagkaroon ng massive fire dito sa forest ng Mount Carmel. Maraming mga tao ang natrap. Kaya ngayon, ginawan sila ng memorial dito, kaya ating pasyalan. Tingnan natin. Makikita din natin doon ang napakagandang view ng overall mountain ng Carmel.
On December 2nd, 2010, during the holiday of Hanukkah, a huge forest fire began raging on Mount Carmel. In the beginning, the fire was similar to any other forest fire that we are all familiar with. But because of the dry weather conditions and strong easterly winds that day, the fire spread rapidly to disastrous levels like the state of Israel had never faced before. When it became clear that the surrounding area would need to be evacuated of residents, the process began that included the evacuation of prisoners in the nearby Damun prison. The decision to evacuate the prisoners was done according to the values of respecting human life that is central in the Israeli prison services. For this reason, a bus loaded with cadets and personnel from the Israel Prison Services, ready to aid in transferring the prisoners to other facilities, made its way to the Damun prison. While climbing up the nearby narrow serpentine road, the driver realized the fire had already reached the road, forcing the bus to turn around. Along with the bus were two police cars, a fire truck from Afula, and a photographer in a private car. As the convoy of vehicles made its way down the mountain, the fire suddenly was in front of them, and they were completely blocked from both directions. Some of the prison personnel raced off the bus onto a hiking route that in that moment was still clear of fire and considered safe. Once again, the brutal fire changed direction, sending flash fires towards the bus and the surrounding area. The huge walls of fire caught everything in its path, eliminating in seconds any signs of life. The inferno that ensued cut short the lives of brave young men and women, some of the best this country had, in a fire that did not distinguish between race, gender, or religion. All this time, the team of firefighters from Afula fought the fire with extreme bravery, doing its best to save the lives of the trapped men and women. In this tragic event, 37 out of the 40 cadets and commanders of the officers' course of the prison services that were on the bus and the bus driver all lost their lives. The 3 firemen and 3 police officers, including the chief of police from the Haifa police station, were also killed in the fire. May their memory be blessed. The state of Israel invested enormous efforts to desperately try to extinguish the fire. From the onset of the blaze, some 400 firemen with 100 fire trucks took part in the operation. But as the fire continued to rage out of control, all firemen from all over the country were called upon to assist in the efforts. The engineering corps of the IDF operated heavy equipment to open roads in the forest, and the Air Force coordinated all the airborne activities. When it was found that local means were not sufficient, there was a call for international assistance in which 19 countries took part, including Russia, the United States, several European countries, our neighbors in Egypt and Jordan, and even fire trucks from the Palestinian Authority came to the country's aid. By the fourth day, the fire was fully contained, and the local residents were gradually allowed to return to their homes. The most deadly forest fire in Israel's history cost a heavy price of human lives and immeasurable damage to the Carmel forest, its precious wildlife, and the neighboring communities. Over the years following the disaster, the Israel Nature and Park Authority and the Jewish National Fund has made gigantic strides to rehabilitate the forest, and the results of their efforts can be seen in front of you. The memorial site where you are standing now was inaugurated in December 2011, a year after the event. The site was designed by the architect Netanel Ben Yitzchak and was established by the Defense Ministry. The monument includes a huge rust-colored cortine steel beam weighing 44 tons rising up to the sky in the shape of a bow above the location of the tragedy, like a flame of fire capturing whoever stands under it. The names of the victims are inscribed on a cement wall erected near the monument. May the memories of our beloved servicemen and women stay in our hearts forever.